Welcome back to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate home for all things Liverpool. Today we've got huge transfer drama and breaking news.
Hugo Ekitike gives immediate reaction to Arsenal vs Man City as Liverpool handed title boost. Andy Robertson's message to Milos Kerkez that helped Liverpool star impress in first derby. Florian Wirtz critics know Liverpool truth even if they don't want to admit it. Now let's hear the details. Hugo Ekitike gives immediate reaction to Arsenal vs Man City as Liverpool handed title boost. Liverpool star Hugo Ekitike posted to social media immediately after Arsenal failed to beat Manchester City in an early season title six-pointer. The Reds have made a perfect start to their Premier League defense with 5 wins from 5 and sit as many points ahead of the Gunners following their draw. As a result of the share of the spoils in North London, Pep Guardiola's side sit 8 points off the early pace-setters, while Arsenal are on 10 points with Tottenham Hotspur and Bournemouth. Ekitike has played a key role in Liverpool's winning run, scoring 3 in his opening 5 matches since making the high-profile move from Eintracht Frankfurt in the summer. For much of the start of his Liverpool career, the 23-year-old has been compared to British record arrival Alexander Isak and faced questions over his place in the squad with the Swede now in the ranks. But he continued his fine start to life Saturday as he netted Liverpool's second in a 2-1 win over Everton. Meanwhile, Erling Haaland saw his first-half strike cancelled out in stoppage time by Gabriel Martinelli as both Arsenal and City were forced to settle for a 1-1 draw on Sunday. As a result, both teams lost ground on Liverpool, who travel to Crystal Palace next week, and shortly after the full-time whistle blew, Ekitike took to social media to share pictures, including a pre-match picture with Ryan Gravenberch, after his opener in the Merseyside derby. "Very good feeling, we knew it was going to be a tough game," he said after the Everton clash. "It was. We had to fight until the last minute. I feel proud, it was a good test for me. So yeah, to score my goal and win at the end, you can be proud and happy for the team. We just have to keep going. We made good movement, I seen Ryan, had space in behind and took it. I was a bit lucky because it went through the goalkeeper's legs, but it was good." On the competition for places with Isak, he responded, "He's a very, very good player. I always watched him before I came here. For me, him being here is good. I can learn, improve, and it's competition, but I know we're going to play together, make the difference. One day I hope we can share a pitch. It's good to play with him, it's the coach's problem to pick the squad, me? I just do my job, so it's good." Andy Robertson's message to Milos Kerkez that helped Liverpool star impress in first derby. Milos Kerkez has revealed the Andy Robertson pep talk that helped him star for Liverpool in Saturday's Merseyside derby win over Everton. The Premier League champions beat their neighbours 2-1 at Anfield thanks to first-half goals from Ryan Gravenberch and Hugo Ekitike, despite Idrissa Gueye scoring a consolation shortly before the hour mark of the 247th meeting between the clubs. Kerkez enjoyed a productive afternoon on his derby debut, largely keeping Everton dangerman Iliman Ndiaye subdued while also contributing to a number of attacks to help Arne Slot's side maintain their 100% start to the campaign. Kerkez, a £40 million arrival from Bournemouth in the summer transfer window, is competing for minutes with the long-serving Robertson, whose importance to the squad was formally recognised by Slot recently giving him the vice-captaincy following Trent Alexander-Arnold's exit. And while Scotland skipper Robertson faces his biggest test yet to keep his place in the Liverpool side with the capture of Kerkez, the Hungary international has explained what his more experienced colleague said to him ahead of the win over David Moyes' Toffees. "The relationship is really good," Kerkez said. "Before the game he motivated me, he told me, go outside and do your thing that you were doing last season. So he gave me a bit of a push. Then after the game he congratulated me and told me that I should keep going like that. We are good. He's a legend who did amazing things, won everything and still has quality. It's not like he's not here. He's a squad player. This is Liverpool, we're competing. He's pushing me, I'm pushing him, and I think that's important to have in a big club like this. Like I say, I'm playing a bit different, so I'm adapting to that. I would say on Saturday I could have more freedom. That was also from what the coach wanted me to do, so like I said, I'm just going to do what he tells me in every game. With Virgil van Dijk, I think I'm building a good connection. Obviously we are now playing more and I think we are defending well. Everyone is adapting to each other, even Flo, Florian Wirtz, and Alexander Isak, and everyone who arrives, so everything needs a bit of time to gel in. Obviously now we're getting results, but I think in the future it's going to be really, really bright. At the end of the day, the result and points are important. Even if the game is sometimes not going our way, we have to continue to win the game. We always find solutions, so I hope that continues. We have a lot of big quality players, so we have to continue. On the game itself, Ekitike'S added, obviously we were ahead 2-0. I think we should have continued more with the pressure, intensity, but obviously we were so intense in the first half that our energy dropped a bit. It's normal that we controlled the game a bit less, and obviously they scored, but we stayed mentally in the game until the end. It's the same for me. I'm just here to do my job. I want to improve, I want to give everything for the badge. Obviously you have to adapt, and the coach and the players are helping me with that a lot, so I'm improving a lot every day. I'm playing a bit different here than when I played in Bournemouth, but I'm not listening too much to outside noise. I'm just following what the coach is telling me, so what he tells me I'm doing every week, and that's what will keep me playing. Sometimes I'm dropping lower to play and to keep the ball. In Bournemouth I played, I would say, a bit more on the higher line and had a bit more freedom. But here, you play more for the team, 4 points, and to win, so you have to look for the team. That's more important than individual performances, so we have to do what the coach tells us, and that's why we're winning games. Like I say, I'm playing a bit different, so I'm adapting to that. I would say on Saturday I could have more freedom. That was also what the coach wanted me to do, so like I said, I'm just going to do what he tells me in every game. Florian Wirtz critics know Liverpool truth even if they don't want to admit it. You know it's coming. Should Florian Wirtz fail to register a goal contribution in his next Liverpool outing, rival supporters will be flocking to make their 007 jokes and digs. The German claimed an assist on his debut against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield last month, while his substitute appearance against Everton was his actual 7th outing for the club, but why let that get in the way of a good tribalist ribbing? There is no escaping the fact that the 22-year-old has not yet exploded into life since making his £116 million move to Anfield. But he is hardly struggling either, despite what rival onlookers might claim. The primary issue is not everyone is watching every minute of every Liverpool match. Rivals wanting Wirtz to fail, especially given the Reds' winning start to the season, see no goals, no assists, and the sight of the German on the bench against Everton. But that does not stop them pushing a premature opinion. Admittedly, that was always going to be inevitable. An initial record transfer fee puts a target on any player's back, as Darwin Núñez found out when making his own switch to Anfield in 2022. The lowlights compilation from his unofficial debut against Manchester United wasted no time in going viral after Liverpool's first preseason friendly. But while the Reds called time on the raw Uruguayan's rollercoaster Reds career this summer after 3 mixed seasons, does anyone truly believe Wirtz is going to go down as an Anfield flop? He is one of 6 new senior outfield signings at Liverpool this summer. Hugo Ekitike aside, none have made an immediately consistent impact. But it was always going to take time for the Reds and their new recruits to adjust and hit top form. Eyebrows might have been raised at Arne Slot's decision to bench Wirtz against Everton, but there was definite logic behind his choice as the German continues to adjust to the physicality of the Premier League. This is one of the most intense games that we have to play, so we try to manage it during Burnley and Atletico, the Dutchman explained ahead of kickoff. I think Szoboszlai is more used to the intensity of the Premier League in this program than Florian is, coming from Germany. So it's only to do with so many games in limited time. It's no coincidence that, during a really strong first half showing from Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, they were fielding a midfield three that have been teammates for over 2 seasons. This was demonstrated best by Dominik Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister and Ryan Gravenberch all combining to set up Ekitike for the would-be winner. Perhaps the Dutchman sets the perfect example to Wirtz here. He struggled to impose himself in his first season with the Reds, before cementing his place as one of their star players during last season's title-winning campaign. He's currently one of the very best midfielders in Europe. Patience is a virtue. But a substitute showing against Everton after an impressive performance against Atletico has only fueled the Juan Sebastian Veron argument from rivals, too. Manchester United signed the Argentina international in a £28.1 million deal from Lazio in the summer of 2001. But, while he regularly impressed in the Champions League, when afforded more time on the ball and greater protection from referees, he never showed his true quality in the Premier League. Having seen the Argentine's experiences at Old Trafford firsthand, Gary Neville has unsurprisingly suggested such a notion more than once, too. But it is an easy, perhaps even lazy, narrative to push during Wirtz's formative weeks in England. After all, scratch beneath the surface and, while not replicating his Bayer Leverkusen levels just yet, he is actually playing his part and compares well to his teammates. He has created 9 chances from his 5 Premier League outings, with Cody Gakpo, 10, the only Reds player to register more. His XA, expected assists, stands at 0.7, which is the same as Mohamed Salah, with again only the Dutch forward, 0.9, boasting higher. Break it down to XA per 90 and Wirtz's return stands at 0.18 to Gakpo's 0.20. Salah is third on 0.14. The German is contributing in the final third, even if the goals and assists are not flowing just yet. Meanwhile, against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last week, Wirtz produced his best performance for Liverpool yet. Again, he had no goal contributions to show for it. But he created a match-high 5 chances with an XA of 0.75. It is coming, and the Liverpool squad knows it. He's just getting started, Jeremy Frimpong insisted after the victory over Atletico. Obviously I've been with him for 4 years at Leverkusen, so I know what he can do. And I'm seeing that, it's coming. There is a lot more to see from him. Ekitike insisted the same thing days earlier, saying, Flo is a great player. He understands football I think as I understand football. We speak the same language on the pitch, so it's kind of easy to have a connection with him. But I think you guys haven't seen everything yet, better days are coming. But obviously the connection is good. We're almost the same age, same generation, yeah, we talk the same football, language, and even outside football he's a good guy. Liverpool have not been at their best yet this season, and neither has Wirtz. But this is a new-look side that is still gelling and adapting. Some of the Reds' best players in recent years have taken time to adapt at Anfield. None of Gravenberch, Fabinho, Andy Robertson and Roberto Firmino made an immediate impact, with the quartet arguably all enduring worse starts than the German. Rival supporters and critics might be making the most of Wirtz's slow start. But, let us be honest, compared to the treatment Nunez received, it feels very half-hearted. And that should tell its own story. No one really doubts the playmaker, not in the long term anyway, even if those of a non-Reds persuasion don't want to admit it. Liverpool are rightly confident that Wirtz will be a major player for the Reds for years to come. But, like it or not, in this new look side, it was always going to take him time.